Today we're going to be looking at vision statements, really taking a deep dive into what makes a powerful vision statement and why it even matters in the first place. I think a lot of people kind of roll their eyes when they hear stuff like vision or mission.
Yeah.
It all seems like a bunch of corporate jargon, but trust me on this one. When you get down to it, a well-defined vision can be a game changer for any organization. It's like that old saying, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Well, a vision statement, it's kind of like that roadmap. It gives you a sense of direction and purpose, something to aim for. So let's dive into some specific examples and see how this actually plays out in the real world. Okay, so let's take a company like Google, for example. Their vision statement is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Fertile. Now that's ambitious, right? I mean, think about the scope of that. They're not just talking about building a search engine. They're talking about organizing all the information in the world
And making it accessible to everyone, which is a pretty powerful idea when you think about it. But here's the thing. A good vision statement, it doesn't just sound impressive. It actually guides the company's actions. Like every decision they make, every product they develop, every partnership they form, it all ties back to that core vision. Okay, so we've seen a good example with Google, but now let's flip the script and talk about some common pitfalls. Because let's be real, creating a compelling vision statement, it's not exactly a walk in the park. One of the biggest mistakes companies make is trying to be too clever or catchy with their wording. They end up with these vague statements full of buzzwords that ultimately don't mean anything. A vision statement should be clear, concise, and easy to understand, not a cryptic riddle wrapped in an enigma. Another trap companies fall into is being too generic. They come up with these broad statements that could apply to any company in any industry. A strong vision statement needs to be specific to your organization. It should highlight what makes you unique and what sets you apart from the competition. All right, so we've talked about some of the do's and don'ts, but let's wrap things up with a few key takeaways. First and foremost, a vision statement is not just a feel-good exercise. It's a strategic tool that can shape the future of your organization. It should inspire and motivate your team, provide a sense of purpose, and guide your decision-making process. And finally, don't be afraid to dream big when crafting your vision statement. Think about the impact you want to make on the world and let that drive your aspirations.